What's up, guys? This video is a little bit different than what I've been posting recently, which has been very tip-oriented content to help you guys go out and catch fish. This is more of an opinion piece. This is going to be more of a rant-style video, me talking to you from personal experience to hopefully help you improve your mindset to go catch more fish. And now this really relates to the social media aspect of the world that we live in and the fishing community, because over the past handful of months, to be quite honest with you guys, I've been very, very exhausted. I would say for the past year and a half, I've been very, very exhausted from the social media side of fishing. Now, most of this, and the reason that I'm bringing this up, is not to bring up something negative. It's just to bring up my mindset with social media and how I found it impacting my ability to go out and catch fish and really enjoy my time on the water, which at the end of the day is what this all boils down to. One of the biggest issues that I've seen lately, obviously aside from all of the negativity that is unfortunately YouTube at some cases, has been just my inability to separate the jealousy aspect of seeing social media and these guys catching big fish with my own abilities or my own sacrifice that I want to make to go out and target these fish. Now, the reason that I say that is I've really struggled with looking at social media, Instagram, YouTube, any of these platforms, and seeing guys go out and catch fish. And I'm sure this is no different for most of you guys. You look at social media, you look at my social media, you see me catching big fish. You look at Nathan's social media, you look at Alex's, you look at Joey Walton out in Idaho catching giant fish, my buddy Kobe Palorito catching 35.9 pounds of smallmouth bass. You see these guys doing these insane, incredible feats, and you start to get jealous, and you start to feel it inside yourself saying, man, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't even want to go to the lake because I know I'm going to catch 18 pounds of the same fish that I caught the last trip out. I'm going to go catch a couple 2-pounders, maybe a 4-pounder if I have a really, really phenomenal day, but my day's not going to look like a 35-pound bag. And I think the disconnect, and I'm speaking from experience, is that I know that I have the capability to go out and do incredible things. I know that inside of me, I have the ability to go out and catch these big, big fish in these big, big bags and do what a lot of these guys are doing. And that's not egotistical. That is just the confidence inside of me saying that I know I have these abilities to go out and do what they're doing. Now, you take a step back, and this is really what I've figured out, and this is the point of this whole video. You take a step back from that human that's sitting on the couch looking at social media, and you say, why did Kobe catch 35.9? Why did Joey catch a couple 8-pounders in a day? Like, what are these guys doing that make them special? Because what they're doing is incredibly special. What they're doing is unheard of in not only the fishing world, but in any aspect of outdoor industry. These guys are doing something that is special. Well, how do you get there, right? You get there by making sacrifice. Whether that's time of being on the water, whether that's time of being away from family, whether that's time on the road driving to different places that I know some of these people are fishing, chasing these mega, mega bags. And so you start to say, am I willing to make that sacrifice? For me, that answer has been no. That answer has been no for the YouTube side of things as well over the past handful of seasons, watching other guys do really well. But stepping back and just saying, I'm not making the sacrifice that I need to be successful on that level. My level of success is something different, and it's typically correlated to the amount of sacrifice that I'm willing to put out. Now, I know that Kobe is putting insane amounts of time on the water. He's also making a sacrifice to go to certain parts of the state or certain lakes that he knows has the potential for those mega, giant, unheard of bags. He's also making the sacrifice of time away from his family. He's making the sacrifice of money, of boredom, of fishing the same bodies of water over and over again to figure out how these fish move, how these fish react, and what they're doing on their lakes. And this is the same way for anyone that has success. This has to be your mindset to align you with the success you want to have. And any of the successes that I've ever had has been spending more time, putting in more practice, more hours, and making different sacrifices to be successful, whether that's financially, whether that's in the fishing world, whether that's in my career. Any of these things that you want to be successful at, whether that's relationship, being in a better marriage with your wife, being a better father to your kids, being better at anything takes sacrifice. So when you start to look at what these guys are doing, taking the step back and realizing, am I willing to make that sacrifice? Because if you are, I promise you, you can make absolutely anything happen. And I've proven it over the years just in my neglect of making these sacrifices. It can work the opposite direction. You take those sacrifices away, you spend less time on the water, you spend less time making content, your quality is going to decrease until you actually put that work back in. So how much time, how much sacrifice, and how dedicated you are to something is going to be directly correlated to the success that you're going to find yourself having in that targeted goal. So for me, and what I really want to express to you guys in this video, is that when you look at social media, understand that these guys that are having success are putting in the hours and sacrifice that it takes to be successful at an incredible level to make the people looking at it jealous. The other thing to recognize is that you're only looking at a small snippet of that success. You're only looking at the ultra highlights of what is actually going on, whether it's my social media or anyone else's. You are looking at a tiny glimmer of what goes into whatever you're seeing on social media. Typically, social media is all of the good, most of the good. And so you're only seeing the things that are the positive, the highlights, or the ultra low lights, and you're not seeing the in-between. You're not seeing the 4 a.m. At the gas station pumping gas, spending $150 to get to the lake at 5:30, to be there at first light when it's 35 degrees outside. You're not seeing, the money you're spending on the side of the road fixing a broken or flat tire, broken axle. You're not seeing all of the challenges and struggles and the in-between stuff that these guys are going through to be successful at any level, at anything. And so you need to understand that you're seeing the highlights and lowlights, and also understand that there's other sacrifices that these guys are making to have that level of success. And I know there's still always going to be some bit of jealousy. I mean, I'm still going to feel jealous when I see someone catch a 7-pounder. I'm still going to feel some sort of, I don't know if jealousy is the word, but some sort of desire to reach that status. But when you start to recognize that the sacrifices that are going into being successful, you can start to find the gratitude in that, in understanding that I have my own levels of success based on the own levels of sacrifice and happiness that I'm willing to give towards that goal. Now I say this, how do you overcome this? Obviously you have to realize these things, but the first thing is being grateful. Having gratitude, being thankful for what you have and the moment that you're in at this exact point in your life, right? Like I mentioned, I know and I have the confidence that I could go out and find that same level of success, but I am so grateful and thankful that I get to spend time with my family and that I have 2 beautiful, healthy daughters, that I have a boat in my garage, that I have a roof over my head. And I know that at the end of the day, what I'm giving up on the water is being returned tenfold in my efforts at home, in my efforts at work, in my other efforts where I'm putting more of my energy. Being grateful and thankful for where you're at in this exact moment. The other thing is finding happiness in the success of other people. And I know that can be very, very challenging, right? When you look at someone on social media, the first thing to say is snap a picture of that, send it to your buddy and be like, man, where the heck did this guy catch these fish? Like, how is he so lucky? How is he so good to find these fish? Well, we know the reason. We know the sacrifice. We know what goes into it. So if you can understand that and start to just be thankful and grateful and find happiness for that person and the success that they're having and genuinely want to see other people be successful and start to look at the positives of that, you can find the happiness in the social media successes of other people. And finally, is just knowing that anything is possible for yourself if you're willing to work for it. Okay, so gratitude, happiness, looking for the positive, and being happiness for people, or being happy for people around you, but also knowing and using these success stories as motivation for yourself that anything truly is possible if you're willing to work for it. Okay, this has been something that I have really kind of lived by for the past 20 years of my life, since I played youth hockey up to where I'm at now. Anything that I want to accomplish, whether it's being great at YouTube, whether it's being great at catching smallmouth, whether it's being a great dad, whether it's being great at my career, whether it's anything, can be possible if I'm willing to make the sacrifice and work for it. And looking at Kobe and looking at Ethan and Alex and all of these other guys having success around me is just more proof, more evidence, and more motivation for me that I can have anything I want if I'm willing to put in the sacrifice, if I'm willing to work for it, if I'm willing to make that my sole focus in life, my mission. I can achieve literally anything that I want to achieve with the right mindset and focus. So all of that to say, don't get discouraged by things that you're seeing on social media and things that you're seeing around you. Understand when you see someone have success, there's typically sacrifice behind that success that has allowed them to get there. find the happiness in that. Be thankful for what you have and just use that as the motivation that you need to achieve the next best level of yourself. Because when you do these 3 things, you'll find happiness in pretty much everything around you guys. So I know this is a different style of video. It's an opinion piece. It's something that I've dealt with a lot over the past couple of seasons as I've had limited success on the water, less success on YouTube. When you start to step back and realize what are the contributing factors to these declines, typically is because of an increase in other areas of your life. And for me, that has been my family, my career, and other areas where I've had more successes. So use this as motivation. Use this as the springboard for you to finish out 2023 great and go into 2024 with a better mindset as we get on the water and enjoy yourself. I really hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. I'd love to know if you guys did. Let me know in the comment section down below kind of your thoughts on this, because I know I can't be the only one that looks at social media and gets discouraged or defeated and doesn't want to go fishing because I can't go catch 36 pounds. I can't go catch an 8-pounder. I can't go consistently catch 6-pound fish. I can't do these things that I see other people do. I know I can't be the only one that looks at social media and struggles internally. So let me know down in the comment section down below if you guys struggle with that as well. Also, I'd love to know if you guys enjoy this style of video. I know you guys watch Randy Blockett because YouTube tells me you guys watch Randy Blockett. So if you guys enjoy his style of video on his opinion pieces, or if you don't want to see it at all, let me know down in the comment section down below, and let me know maybe what you would like to see on this channel as we push into the winter time. Now it's snowing. You guys may or may not be able to see behind me. My boat is covered in snow. I just did a boat walkthrough video. So if you guys want to see that boat walkthrough, click that video right here. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already. But it's cold. Got to get through winter with some type of content, so let me know down in the comment section down below what you'd like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you had an awesome Thanksgiving. As always, take care, tight lines. God bless. Pursue passion.